get this new tech synced up.
Well, there we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our 10th anniversary special. There may not be much to this, or there may be everything to this. I don't know. We just came to sit and chat with you guys out there for a little while. Of course, I'm Jared off the Yard Sale Artist. The founder of the network's here. He's been here for 10 years. Introduce yourself, Pat.
Hello, I am Pat, DJ Christados. Long-time listener, first-time streamer, first-time podcaster. Glad to be here.
And Jason Weasel Skull is with us. He's been with us for like 9 years.
Yeah, I was sitting out on the street corner. I said with a sign that said "We'll podcast for food," and Pat and Jared came and gave me some come down on them tacos, and I've been here ever since.
And Delvin's navigating a tech issue. He's trying to get his new lapel mic to sync. It worked just fine last time we recorded, but it's giving him fits. But he's got his regular mic. Welcome back, Delvin.
Yeah, my mic doesn't work. That's my whole contribution this last 10 years.
Last 10 years. We're all on par. But he's still got his regular mic. We can hear him and all that. We already have stuff in the chat. I'm going to hit it up right quick. And we got JT in the chat. Hey, he's queuing up Tony's anniversary. Happy anniversary, guys. It's our anniversary.
It's our anniversary.
And Auburn Elvis says 10th anniversary is 10 or aluminum.
Oh, the aluminum Falcon.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Should have got us some cans. Soda cans.
Oh,
right.
Right.
Or
Trash
trash
cans
cans.
are also made of aluminum.
Yes. That's true.
Serpy Matt says, hey, guys. And Tony Pennington said, what's up?
Tony P.
And Bankman says, hello.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, I should probably be writing these names down, right? Is there going to be like a 10th anniversary giveaway draw thing, Jared?
Of course, we'll give something
Jared's
away.
car.
We'll give something away. And Captain Kathy Bright is in the chat. Happy anniversary. Baby got you on my mind. Oh, that's probably Tony.
Oh, boy. Tony's going to come up a lot today.
Tony done it again. Oh, man. Django Unfettered. Thanks for a great team. This is great. This is already the greatest episode we've ever had. Everybody's just checking in with awesome stuff.
Wow. People just
ask what the hell is an aluminum Falcon? Are you crying?
That's the second fastest ship in the...
That's right.
Oh, or also
Second
Jason
fastest
said, don't sell yourself short, Delvin. You've also contributed to the sound of clinking ice. Oh, all right. It was not Tony. Kathleen was quoting the Little River Band. I'm gonna take a word for it. I don't know. Don't know if I know that one. Thank you for stopping in. I mean, everybody stopping in and say hello is great. By the way, this is gonna be an Ask Us Anything kind of episode. I've already got some questions that have been sent in by folks. I have some questions to pass around just for us to say hey. So
Hey.
free. Captain Entropy's in the house. And all right. And Tony P said, I've only said to my wife once, Tony done it again. I want to know the circumstance. Doc Strange, our boy Billy D stopped by to wish us a happy anniversary, man.
I think it'd be like when you have your second child, like when you get ready, like, we done it again.
That makes sense. Thank you for saying that, Jason.
That's my best guess.
Not what I was thinking. But
That also wasn't what I was thinking.
I was trying to keep it like PG-13, guys. It's a family show.
You know what? I have a question for Delvin, and it's a tech question, given that he's shooting, troubleshooting his tech. Do you see the DJI as an option in your StreamYard?
No.
That's the problem then. The computer, for some reason, the computer is not recognizing it.
Tech, done it again.
Weird how it worked last time. I mean, you know how that stuff.
Yeah.
You need my help, Delvin?
No.
Step in.
I'm gonna send Jason then.
Turn it off and turn it back on again. That's all I know.
Captain Entropy is dropping references from Grosse Point Blank. Thinks I don't get them, but I do. He says 10 years. 10 years, man. 10 years. I get it. He says,
I haven't
congratulations.
seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
That's what his best friend, Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy
driving
Piven,
him
yeah.
around. I haven't seen you in 10 years. What have you been doing? Freaked out, joined the army. Now I kill people for a living. I think that's what he said. Anyways, yeah, that's awfully nice, y'all. Got a lot of people checking in the chat, which means somebody's gonna win something today on this one.
Cool.
But before we start, Pat, do you have anything? This is your freaking network. Do you have anything you'd like to say or to kick off? I have a surprise for you, Pat, just so you know.
Okay. Well,
we can do that whenever.
I think I just got things working. For those of you out on the Blue Sky, while you guys were talking, I just set up a link in the Blue Sky under our Blue Sky. So if you're there or share it with your friends, that we are live there too, where it'll direct you to us live here. So
interesting.
Yeah,
just playing with the tech.
More people in. Yeah.
Can you fix Delvin's lapel mic?
Sure.
Do you have tools?
Maybe I do, but maybe I don't. So
Serpy Matt says he's going to share out that Blue Sky link.
Yeah, if you can, that'd be
I think I got it.
I think you did. You sound great. You sound great.
I just want to say thank you, Delvin, for wearing the twin shirt, and Jared's got the OG.
I didn't get the memo.
I like to say thank you, Pat, for wearing the twin shirt.
Yeah.
That's the Christmas shirt.
It still works.
It's the all seasons shirt, Jason.
Oh, okay. All right.
Scott's
absolute luck, by the way. It just happened to be up on the
rotation.
On the rotation. And I was like, you know what? Why not?
So now that we're here asking questions, Delvin, how many shirts have you bought with Patreon money?
That's classified.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, man. Not on live stream.
All right, sorry.
Airing out our business.
Some questions don't need to be answered, Pat.
All right, sorry. No, I just want to thank everybody for being here. Thank the guys.
Yeah, definitely. And just so you know, Pat, I know you're in the middle of something, but the chat is coming down on Jason about this shirt. So just keep going.
I have to dig through my closet and get an LBC shirt out, I guess.
Anyway, back to you, Pat.
I'm going to get one of the old ones.
Get the OG one.
Yeah.
The OG one, I think. I wonder if I got that logo somewhere. I probably do.
I've got the one where we're digging through the bins, me, you, and Jason,
I do
before
too,
Delvin joined. And it's so faded. It's so faded. You can barely tell it's there anymore.
Yeah, it's starting to fade on mine as well too. So,
man,
I like that one because it doesn't have Delvin on it.
This is gonna bother Auburn Elvis apparently, so I'm gonna go get a shirt. I don't think I have one like that, but
it's more fun to bother Auburn Elvis though in the long run.
That is true. That is true.
Here's what I say, Jason: you change your shirt, but don't turn your camera off. I mean, give the people what they want.
All the access, all of it.
Yeah, no, I ain't changing my shirt.
Yeah, that's fine. You're fine. You're fine. I'm sorry, Pat.
Oh no, that's okay. We're just here for chit chatting right now, right? I think that's what's going on. So, wow, thank you everybody for watching us. We do have a lot of people, I guess, out there watching. We do appreciate it. Thanks for joining us for this 10th anniversary of the LBC. It was June 6th of this month.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, can you believe it? I'm excited for it.
I'm excited.
Jared. Are you excited?
I'm always excited.
Always excited. You know, I guess you're wondering where we have been for the last 10 years.
Drinking beers.
Right here. On the regular basis.
Right here on a regular basis. Yeah.
Making content whether you want it or not.
And this is me already digging into not necessarily a question we got, but I would say the longest period between a release we've ever had. Got to be those early days, maybe 6 weeks.
Yeah, maybe. I think there's been
like the very early days, like you by yourself, and maybe when I first joined, because we were only recording the one thing.
We were only just recording one episode at a time, and then it would take a long time to edit it. Don't ask me why, but
yeah.
Pat was the only one Pat was the only one editing back then, though, right?
Yes. Correct, Delvin.
Yeah.
And it would I was the only co-host, and then I would message Pat like, "When's this episode coming out?" And then I realized that was a real jerk move to do to the editor, especially once I started editing and like Jason joined. He's like, "When's the episode?" We had to be like, no, that's a jerk move, right? And then Double Joy's like, "When's the episode?" Everyone has to learn to not ask when the next episode's
it is. Yeah, you think it's just like, oh snap, there. Why hasn't it dropped yet?
We care about the product that we produce here on the LBC.
We do.
Oh, Pat and I were talking recently. Like when we first started editing, the rule of thumb for editing is 4-to-1. It's usually 4 times as much editing as what you hear live. So it's a 1 hour show. It's usually 4 hours to edit it. But I tell you what, I think I speak for Pat as well. Over the years, gotten good, learned a lot of tricks, just gotten faster with the mouse clicks and all that stuff. Like I am legit at about 1.5-to-1 now. I can usually do an hour-long show in an hour and a half if I'm uninterrupted. If I can just go, blah 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 blah. Yeah. One of the biggest tricks for anybody out there who might be thinking about podcasting or wants to know this kind of stuff is to edit it. I started editing at 1.5 speed, so we're talking faster. That not only gets you through the content faster, but it also helps with if it's something very minor, like super minor. You may not pick it up at 1.5 speed. So why waste time? Like if it's that minor, and then since then I've been able to move it a little fast. I'm at 1.7 speed now. I edit at 1.7 speed now, and that really helps. That's just a tip for anybody out there who likes to do the podcasting.
We do a lot of. We try to get rid of a lot of the the ahs.
Yeah. I'd love to do this
beforehand. I'm really sticking to the
breaths.
Just
and when people say and a lot, like get rid of a lot of likes, a lot of ands,
a lot of double talk.
But
the preambles, I cut a lot of preambles.
Preamble stuff. Like when you ask somebody a question, what do you think is cover? Well, I think, in my opinion, it's a good cover. I'll cut everything off to it's a good cover because you don't need to say it's in my opinion because you're the one talking. Right? So preambles, that's what Jason's talking about there. That's a good one, Jason. Preambles. Yeah, a lot of preambles. A lot of Jason and Kathy just trying to kill me, really. Is what
well, we do that on purpose. I mean,
I know you do.
That's intentional.
Matt says you put out great shows. Kathy said if it's me editing 72 hours, that's because, and see, you're making a joke, but not making a joke. But that's because you're where we were. You're a new editor, and new editing takes longer because you care about every little thing. And there's nothing wrong with caring about every little thing, Kathy. So it takes you a little longer to get the way you like it. By all means.
Yeah, you just have to kind of understand what the flow of the conversation is. As soon as you start getting that, and sometimes conversation does have a few ums and ahs in it. No one's trying, and you get to the point where everyone doesn't have to sound perfect because everyone doesn't need to sound perfect because who talks perfect when you're in person, right?
I just talk the good.
Right. Exactly.
Talk good.
Pat, say something. It will also add to the joke.
I say pronounce words really great.
See, there we go.
Like first time pronunciations are.
You know what I cut a lot of you, Pat? A phrase that you use that I cut a lot that I don't know if you've ever noticed.
What is it?
At the end of something you say, you will often say well too.
Yeah.
As well too. You say as well too on the end of things a lot, and I just get rid of it most of the time.
I do that
unless you're making a direct comparison. If you're like this and this as well too, but sometimes you put it when there's no comparison. So
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. We all have them. I'm not singling you out.
As well do I. I understand that one.
Yeah, like I'm trying to remember what Jason's is. Oh, he'll start with "at any rate," which is a very Indiana thing to say, by the way. Oh, Indiana, at any rate. I don't have one because I'm perfect. Delvin says, "I do jiu-jitsu." He does that one a lot.
A lot. A whole lot.
Well, yeah, that's
lots to talk there.
Yeah, that's some of the tech side. And
Jared, your worst ones on the Crusade misses. Sometimes you'll take us on a side quest that goes into R-rated territory that we have to cut. That I have to cut out.
I think
then you'll refer to that R-rated side.
That's the worst when you refer to a bit from before.
that I had to cut out.
Yes,
so,
that's the worst. When you're like, oh man, we can't put this in. This is too much. So you cut it out, and then later on, someone rips off the joke that was before.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yep.
exist anymore. You're like, I gotta get rid of this now.
What do I do?
Yes, that's a classic. JT said that soon Jace will be able to edit in real time as they record. You know what? I've podcasted with a guy who does that.
Really?
I don't know what his methodology is, but like we'll be podcasting. If he says something he doesn't like, he goes, "Hang on a second." He goes, pause, something, back up. Okay, and then we just start going again. I mean, I don't understand what he's doing exactly.
Maybe he's recording and
it just goes back.
Yeah. Everybody's got their tricks, so
I
learn.
don't know. But yeah, I want to double back to what Delvin said too about like, especially when you're in the flow, like when we get to a real flow and we're just cracking up and all that. I don't even try. Once we're in that state, I ain't worried about breaths. I ain't worried about ums and ahs because like we're just cracking up, and I call it when we're rolling. We're just rolling on a bit. I don't do anything with it.
Sometimes you just have to
let
it roll
Down the
highway. Roll.
Doc Strange.
Thank you, Jason.
Another time-saving method. Tell your guests if they screw up, they won't be invited back.
That works.
I don't know if we've ever had anything from Checkpoint Alpha.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Do we know who that is? Is that?
It's G.I. Joe. Got to be somebody we know. Hey, Checkpoint
sounds like
Alpha.
A Joe fan. Sounds like a Joe fan. Gotta be.
Oh, it is. It is. I can tell by it's Facebook. So what up, Checkpoint Alpha? Let us know who you are if we know you, especially so Delvin can capture you for the giveaway.
Is it Gary?
Good.
I already wrote down Checkpoint Alpha, so he's good there.
CPA.
Oh Lord, we've got a question in the chat from Oliver and Elvis. Let's see. He told me he was going to ask ElfQuest questions.
How do I think it would do financially?
Yeah, if ElfQuest got a live action movie, how do you think it'd do financially? Would it outperform movies like Morbius and Madam Web, or do you think it would struggle to find an audience?
No.
Pat, go ahead. You got the mic. Go ahead.
I would say yes, it would do really well. I would think it would do better than those movies. And I think the audience is definitely there. There's actually been, since I'm a follower of the Pennies and the ElfQuest on the social media sites.
And you recently saw them in person.
You recently saw them in person.
I worked all the
Delvin
way around
and I
the booth, man. I did not want to get anywhere near that booth.
At Heroes Con, Delvin and I walked fast past their table as Wendy was there.
I kept a wide berth just in case,
we're waiting for the eyes to come on us. But no, I there was recently they did a audio version, a little bit from the beginning a little bit. There was an audio version that came out that they were supporting, and that was done and received very well. So I listened to that, and that was cool.
I think you're right. I think it would do well. I think it would do well because it's not superhero. It's something a little different.
Will it do as good as Lord of the Rings?
I was thinking you need to make it like that or make it a short film.
Yeah.
Or perhaps an animated.
It's all fun and games until you wake up. It's like, is this a knock on your? Is this the residence of Jared Ulbrich, the yard sale artist? Yes. Oh God! Getting beat up by hundreds of ElfQuest fans.
I know.
Behold my mithril sword. I'm doing it again against Joe.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. My goodness. Let's see.
I think it's.
I would say the challenge they would have with that film is we know that there's a rabid audience for that. You would have to get it right. You would have
you definitely got to know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You just can't jump into an issue like 10 more from the first couple ones that you did.
Yeah, if whoever writes and directs and produces that movie better know the backstory.
Yeah, I can give you an episode to listen to that you can make sure you
don't
do it the right
that.
way. Don't listen to what we.
Scott said an ElfQuest movie would do so well that end up a top 15 ranking in a season of Best Under 5. Funny. It's funny.
That's good. That's good.
Oh my goodness. It's hard to keep up with the chat. So much chat today. I love it.
Yes, I love
You
it.
guys are so cool
That's
today.
awesome.
You know what? I got some questions that were sent in that because we solicited over on Patreon from our club members. So I want to prioritize those questions. We'll pass them around. Before we do that, though, I had a little something made, Pat, just for you. Well, it's for all of us, really. Had a little something made for all of us. I don't know if you or our listening audience is familiar with this guy on social media. I know him mostly from Instagram. I think he's got TikTok and other stuff as well. His name is Mr. Wobbles, and he's got over 1 million followers on Instagram. And Mr. Wobbles, his whole deal is like he meets people randomly on the internet using that app where you could just kind of meet people just random. And as soon as they say something, he'll capture whatever they say on his little audio box. He'll make some dope beat. Like he just makes beats immediately.
Okay.
And he's really talented and he's really funny. And Mr. Wobbles made something for us. And if you give me
Are these beats fresh?
These beats are, well, you know what, Pat? You tell me. If
Okay.
you give me just a
That's
second,
for you to decide.
I will show you what he made for us. Give me just 1 second. Gotta make sure not to go into the smut folder.
That's the After Dark.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if this will work.
That's our OnlyFans connection.
Here we go. It's Mr. Wobbles.
DJ Cristados started something 10 years ago. Death Row, Weasel School, Dark Web stole the show. Yeah, Spider-Man and G.I. Joe, Transformers in the mix. Saturday matinee, Sherlock Holmes, Zorro and Flash. Longbox Crusade, and they ain't still done with this 4 dudes, 1 mic, and 10 years of nerd cash. I'm glad you asked, 10 years strong, smooth upping you all day long. Jason fights a bear, not a big time demand. Trash can, happy 10-year anniversary, fam. Yeah, Longbox Crusade. 10 years to this day. Yeah. Longbox Crusade. 10 years to this day. Ooh, yeah. 10 years to this day. Longbox Crusade. Happy 10-year anniversary. I can't believe you guys are friends enough to be able to talk to each other for 10 years. That's a talent in and of itself. Don't let yourself forget that. Thank you.
That was awesome.
There you go.
These were fresh.
There it
Yes.
I told his beats were fresh. What do you think, Pat?
Certified
I like
fresh
it.
from Pat.
I like it, and as I was listening to them, I'm like, okay, where can I edit this in? Where can we add this? Where
Your brain was going.
my brain was going into.
I did the same thing. So I reached out to Mr. Wobbles. It's
That's
an
awesome.
interesting process that you go through because you give him. He wants a list of catchphrases. Everyone's
Sure.
who's involved with pronunciations and all that.
Mm.
And again, his whole deal is fast. And
Yeah.
I gave him that list of stuff, and I even put in it because I think like you think, Pat. I was like, you don't necessarily have to hammer home the 10 years thing because then we can use it as audio on
Yeah,
I guess. But I was like, do what you want. And I sent that in at probably 8 or 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. And by about 4 a.m., that was in my email ready to go. Like that's his whole deal. He just does things fast.
Springs out. Wow.
And yeah, so anyway, happy anniversary,
Wow.
Pat.
Well, thank you. That's that was a pretty awesome thing to do, and boy, that's surprised.
Well, I'm glad you're surprised.
I got. You know, it's like one of those things. I got to listen to it back a few more times just to catch everything.
Well, I can certainly send it to you. And if you look in StreamYard down in the media where like the Q1065 dance break and stuff is, there's a file down there called Trash Can, all lowercase, and that is the song as well. You can play it from there if you want to. So yeah,
cool. Very cool. Exciting.
I never would have thought Trash Can would have. I wasn't saying that when it first came out as a thing. Wasn't trying to do a thing at all. Like,
wasn't even a bit. He just
okay. So here's the funny part. I sent all that to Mr. Wobbles, right? List of catchphrases, topics we discussed. Because if you go back and listen to it, you'll hear him say, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Spider-Man, Flash, Zorro. Like he hits a lot of them. And he labeled the file when I downloaded it as Trash Can. That's how he labeled it, Trash Can.
That sticks out, man.
It just sticks out.
Maybe he did it and then recovered it from his trash can. He's like, oh crap, I gotta send it guys to me.
Oh, looks
that's
like
awesome though. Thank you for doing that. That's
well, no problem. And a little thanks to the club members, because I went out and did it on my own, forked over a little bit of my own cash, and then I was like, I let Delvin listen to it, and he was like, here's some Crusaders Club money.
Wow. Wow.
So,
I went without a t-shirt for that week.
Sacrifice.
You're welcome.
That takes a lot to get that from Delvin. So that not for me, but I mean, after you asked for something, Delvin kind of texted me and said, hey Pat, Jared's asking for this. How long do you think I can let him sweat it out? And so we kind of go back and forth and have some fun with that.
Pat.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to ask a question that we got from the Patreon.
Uh-oh.
And we'll just pass around the horn and we'll go clockwise. We'll start with Jason. What's your favorite D's Nuts joke that's been done on the network?
Oh, man. They're so prolific.
Impossible question.
It's tough, isn't it?
It is.
Oh,
it's one that a club member sent in.
I don't have like one specific, but I think the thing that cracks me up the most, just in general with the D's Nuts joke, is like it's a rule. So whether you're having a serious conversation, but it's like as soon as it gets put in there, somebody has to jump in and go D's Nuts. So I think, I know I'm kind of cheating on the answer, but whenever we're having like a deep philosophical conversation and it's like, whether you watch this enlightening movie on, at the theater or you saw it on DVD, DVD's nuts, it's just like it'll come in. And
even if it's like a few minutes later, because that person's like, I think Jared's
like we're all just sitting there like sweating, waiting for the big main point to be done.
Just shut up so we can say these nuts. Just
if our if we had a family member in the hospital and it's like, this person's in room 220D, we yes, 220D nuts. It's just got to be done. So I know I'm cheating on the answer, but it's just whenever it's like we're having this conversation and it just pops in spontaneously. That's my favorite moment.
So
yeah, my answer is yes. They're all good. As long as it fits in the scheme, like it just has to like whatever word ends in D, and then you roll it into the like E's nuts. Like there has to be a symmetry behind it. But as long as there's that, then we're good. Like they've all been of the highest low quality possible. So,
correct. Pat.
I think, I like just when it's there and then it just comes up and then all of us wait. I mean, it's so much that it's not only in our audio form that, we actually do it in a video form as well.
Photo form. That's from Heroes Con.
That's from Heroes Con this year.
I don't know if it's this year or last year because we always
take
a picture.
But we always take one. So level D's.
That's right. Oh,
I guess we're parked. Level D.
It's probably a low level, right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Jared, did you answer the question?
I didn't. Someone in the chat mentioned the Hot Nuts
Hot Nuts, that was
musical
good.
variation. I haven't busted that one out, no pun intended, in a while.
I think because the song got copyrighted.
Did
Song
it?
might be- I think
Is
the
that
song
why I
might be
stopped doing it?
copyrighted.
That may be it.
Yeah, we started
Hot
getting
Nuts was great.
Hot Nuts flagged.
It's funny because we're going full circle, and Jason started because he was like, no matter what the situation is. And when I was asked that question by Captain Interview, I immediately thought of the time we were having a mildly serious conversation and the term PTSD came up. And Jason said PTSD's nuts, and we were all, there's like a pause. It was like,
Yeah, okay, maybe that was that's a good example. I mean, there have been times I've been at work at a meeting and somebody ended something with a D and I've got to bite my tongue, man, or I'm going to HR. It's like, oh, I can't do that.
The her department, Jason. I'm going to the her department.
Got this message from her.
oh, all
Yeah,
right.
you know what? I mean, speaking of her, it's been 10 years. I think once we got established, 9 years or so. And has anybody seen Laurel? I thought
She
she
came
was
by
gonna,
for a Crusade Miss one year and brought
Yeah,
a good
a
comic.
couple-
She brought a good
She
Yeah.
comic.
did. Yeah. Didn't
thought
she
she
bring
was
the
gonna be here for this.
Well, she's
she
here in
brought
spirit.
Atomic Robo, right? If I remember right.
Yeah, Atomic Robo. Yeah, she brought
Atomic
that.
Robo, yeah, she brought.
That was really good. I don't
It
even.
was really good.
She hadn't even come to the cons anymore. I think she may have met us and was like, never.
I'm done. Yeah.
So
I'm
she's
outta
still
here.
coming to the con.
Not. Like, yeah, she'll walk by the table. It's like, hey, is that like? And just a smoke bomb goes off, and then just like, oh, I guess it's my imagination.
She goes to the cons in cosplay only, so that we don't recognize her.
Treating us like we treat the peonies.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, that's another fun thing is that what we've grown here in this community where we can, have fun and with people and listen and other podcasters. I think that's one of the things that I like the most about it is just the fun and the friendships we've established with people.
You know what? This is
And
the 10th
running
anniversary,
jokes.
and we're giving them all the access.
Oh,
So
yeah.
how Laurel became HR, pretty much because of the Crusade Miss, because we sent her like the script outline that we send all our guests, and she was the only guest who ever was like questioning some of the things we put in there, like me being the Christmas probe. That's my nickname, She's like, she wrote on there, are you sure you want to use this? Like, she had a couple of notes, like, are you guys sure this is a good idea? And that's how she got to be our HR department. She's the only person to ever critique the content in the script.
I'm sure
Yeah.
others probably did just quietly, like, do
She
these
typed
guys
it in there.
do these guys think this is funny? Yeah.
I've gotten some feedback on my Mary Jane impressions from listeners before.
Oh, let me pass around another question. We'll go the other way this time. So we'll start with you, Pat.
Oh, okay.
What is your
I have
favorite?
to make. Okay, sorry.
This is a good one though. I like it because it's what is your favorite bit that a person that's not you, basically one of the other ones of us, has made up. Like your favorite bit that's not one of your own.
Oh, I always like. But there's so many good ones.
I know. I'm
but
right now.
There's so many bits, but I just Jason with Treetop Tommy, man. When he brought
high on
Tommy
my
out,
list.
that first time was just like, hey man, it's me. And then I'm like, oh man, it just made so much sense too, because I started to think about it. Like, yeah, that guy's in this bucket on top of a tree, staying high and tall. And
All it does, man.
Then
It's got to affect you mentally after a while, right?
But there's so many of the bits that everybody does. It's just so funny that and I like that they come and they go, but then they'll resurface and come back again. It's like the bits they're either on the train or they're off the train. It comes and it goes.
It is fun to like listen to an episode, some random episode from like 6 years ago, and then you'll hear a bit. You're like, oh my gosh, that was a killer bit, right? What do you think, Delvin?
Well, sure enough, because we were just talking about Mary Jane. I what I want people to know is like we're not rehearsing any of this.
That's true.
I don't prepare anything. It just comes out.
Yeah, this is just pure unadulterated idiocy. And so years ago, we were reading the Hostess ads, and I don't know whether that was Pat's idea or Jared's idea or not, but it's like, you know what? Like somebody's got to play the role of Peter Parker, and then someone's got to play the role of Mary Jane. And so like Jason comes out with this voice, like for the first time, just like cream filling, chocolate, and then there's like about a pause or two, and everyone just cracks up laughing because it was freaking hilarious. And so that's one of the reasons why it stuck. And then of course, like now Mary Jane has a personality all of her own. I mean, ignore that I said that, Matt. Mary Jane is a real person. And yeah, like, but that is that was my favorite bit because it was like probably one of the first ones that like just really took a hold, that everyone just found so funny that we had to find a way to repeat it, or it just had to find a way to come up, and Jason found his way. So I just thought that was really, really good.
It's a good round for Jason between Mary Jane and Treetop Tommy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you got, Jason? Can't pick yourself, so what do you like?
Oh no, actually the first one that popped into my head that I remember, just I was listening to it when we released it on the car radio with Drake in the car, and Drake was cracking up too. So this one stands out. And I think this one was yours, Jared, was Gary Moneypenny.
That was a good.
Which I know is technically on another network, but that's the one that oh man, that was just hilarious, especially that first time when we were just kind of riffing on all the inappropriate remarks that Bond has made to Moneypenny over the years. And what if she's actually married?
That is a good one. I was dying recently, and I guess this is kind of my bit. I think Jason helped cook it up, so it's not fair. That's kind of my bit, but Jason, I think, encouraged me to do this. We were doing a Bond recently where we cast my bad Christopher Walken impression as every Bond villain, and I was doing bad, and then Jason was jumping in with bad Walken impressions for every Bond villain. Just famous lines there, and I was dying on that too. You know, you get, of course, all the big ones are out here. You know, Mary Jane, Treetop Tommy. We've already talked about Trash Can, which is an enduring single word bit. It's lasted a long time. And I have one that's bothering me that I can't remember exactly how it went. But the premise of it, it was tied to, I'm pretty sure, a Spider-Man issue we were doing. And if I can't remember what it was that if I did, I got electrocuted. And it was Delvin's bit that said he set it up. And every time I did it, Pat would put in the electrocution sound effect. And I would react to it. You could hear me go like, oh, you know, because I was playing the game. But like in audio form, it came out so well because of the electrocution sound effect. And Delvin set it all up, and it was super funny. But I gotta go find.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't remember. It was like some. Oh.
Delvin set it up, and then I kept getting electrocuted, and it was hilarious.
I am blanking. Oh my goodness.
It was like in our beginning.
Yeah, this is like 7 years ago.
No, but I think it's like in the beginning when we do the bits about the Chronicles, and I'm like, hey, you guys, and then you guys do a bit something from the comics or whatever, and your bit was.
And then I think it came back again later in the episode.
Yeah.
I can't. This is the problem with too many bits, ladies and gentlemen. Too many bits.
I've been going through, remember like catchphrases from 2018. I got some Pat
was actually tracking them at one point. He's got a document. What do you got there, Pat?
Well, you know, I got a couple ones. I'll put them in here. One is I actually didn't read this issue, which is still a good one.
Classic.
Yeah, it's still good. Yes. Yeah, it's a classic.
Still around. It tickled my tummy feathers. Classic.
There's a good bit in the chat, by the way, from Auburn Elvis, the Sky Striker bit with Jason.
Oh boy, that boy wanted him a Sky Striker.
Definitely
got it too.
Spotted. You know,
got it.
The dessert.
I was really proud of that one because it would frustrate Pat to no end, and So I'd say, but it's an actual dessert, you know. It's like-
There was a point in the show, and I'm going to say the word here because it's a dessert,
Yeah.
where Jason just started going spotted dick, spotted dick, spotted dick, because he knew Pat would have, and Pat bleeped everyone spotted me, spotted me, spotted.
It just becomes, just the thing too is just using the beeps for comedy. Reading the book. Yeah.
Jason's raising his hand. What's he raising his hand?
I'm raising my hand because I'm going to have to duck out here in about 5 minutes. And I just wanted to real quickly, number one, thank everybody who joined in for this anniversary special today. Man, this time has already flown by.
Yeah.
Gosh, I kind of figured like I'd be able to gracefully exit out of this because there'd be like this awkward silence at this point. But I just want to thank everybody who joined today, all the listeners. I hope that we make you laugh a little bit. You look forward to these episodes dropping as much as we do. And to the fellas here, Pat, thanks for letting me come on this show. All those years ago. Delvin, it's always fun just rapping with you and only getting to see you once a year, but I look forward to it every year. And Jared, I love you. You're my brother, but it's the law.
I appreciate it. So you ever think though, Jason, that's in a big way that a lot of all of this is your fault?
How is it?
Because Pat started the network for sure, but without you growing up, I wouldn't have had all those comic books laying around. I wouldn't have all the fandoms, so I would never have met Pat. This is all your fault. Weird.
Butterfly effect.
You know what? By watching you, Jason. I learned it by watching you.
You know
you
what?
gave me all the fandoms I have, pretty much. So, yeah.
That to me feels like this kind of a moment. It's like a Pope in the pool kind of a moment, right there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
I don't know.
I think explaining to Pat what a Pope in a pool moment is like explaining to him what a haiku is. I don't think we're ever.
I'm kind of with Pat on this one too. I've never fully understood.
I never fully understood it, and to this day I still don't understand it.
I got it. Pretty sure. Like I don't understand whether or not Pat has children. I don't think
that's
that's
Pope
true.
in the pool with his robes
on.
on.
We know he's got a daughter. He's got the daughter Madison.
Oh, and son Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. That's right. Rosie.
Yeah.
That's what
There
they're
are
calling for short.
So many bits being named in the
Guys,
chat. By the way, there's so many
monkeys. Yeah.
All right.
chuckles.
All right, Jason. Everybody say bye to Jason.
Thank you.
Glad
Jason.
you can make it. Enjoy your sailing. To be sure to do a Bill Murray. I'm sailing.
I'm sailing.
And a Jack and Rose thing at the front of the boat.
Yeah.
I was
pictures of that.
I was gonna do the Lonely Island Boys.
On a boat. Yeah.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you too, man. Thanks for being here.
Bro.
See ya. I'm on a boat.
Well, now that he's gone, I got even better Mr. Wobbles video. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Auburn Elvis asked 40s Batman, what was the nickname from him? There's two. There were two nicknames. One was Beat Man because he kept getting his ass beat over and over again. And it was Batman. Batman was the other one because every episode ended up with him just laying
hey,
straight horizontal.
Big times from right now. Oops. Well, that's nice. But Jim the Joe Junkies joined the chat, said, hey, guys. And he did that as a bit just for me because I literally spoke to Jim on the phone today. And I said, I'll see you in the chat later. He said, I can't. I'm bailing hay. And I said, you better get in that chat. I said, this will be the straw that broke the back. And I said, get it? It's a hay joke. And he hung up. But there he is.
Nice.
He is in the chat.
That's an appropriate response.
Oh, man. It's sad that Jason won't be able to answer this last couple questions. There's some good ones in here. But
maybe we can get him to record his answers and put them out for Crusaders Club or something at a very minimum.
Maybe Jason answers missing questions. He likes to write. So
let's answer him for Jason.
Yeah. let's be Jason. Let's make Jason's answers for him. By the way, most of these questions, all these questions so far have been from Captain Entropy. So thanks for the feedback on the Patreon page, Captain. Here's a broad one, but an interesting one. Favorite thing that we've covered on the show, shows.
Ooh,
So like, yeah,
oh boy.
You know, I'll buy. You know, I haven't gone first yet, so I'll buy you guys a little time. I'm gonna cheat, take about everything, but the thing that I'm most glad that we do is probably Amazing Spider-Man Chronicles. I like going through that with friends because I went through it as a kid by myself, and now I get to go through it with you guys and talk about it regularly. I don't generally like the second half of the show. All right, but I like the first. No, the thing I like with the second half is the second half forces me out of my comfort zone sometimes to not great effect and sometimes to good effect. But I would say that that's probably my favorite thing. Like if we had to boil it down, if life took over and all that stuff, and we had to say, okay, guys, we can only really do one show now from now on, that'd be the one I'd probably want us to do. That's super broad. And so for my specific answer, though, I think my favorite topic that we've ever covered, just personally, it's a tough call between Sherlock Holmes TV and Robin Hood TV. I had no idea how good both of them were going to be. Right now, I'm going to say Holmes, just because we finished it all, and I watched 2 of them today. I put them on regularly because I enjoyed them so much, and I feel like Robin Hood is absolutely going to be. I mean, they haven't missed yet.
No.
So like those, you know, I'm a big fan of hidden gems. Those are 2 hidden gems that we found together as a group, and I'm so thankful for. So that's my answers, and we can go to Delvin.
I mean, Amazing Spider-Man Chronicles got me on the show, then known as Crusader Chronicles. And because Jared, I think, pitched it as, well, you know a lot about Spider-Man, and we could use you on the show to talk about Spider-Man. And then I never left. So there's that. And so, but it is cool, like, because at this point, like we don't have an end date to this, and I didn't have an end date to it when I started, but it's kind of cool for us we're getting to important points in Spider-Man's history. We've gone through some important points in Spider-Man's history. And since Spidey is my guy, he's my favorite Marvel character, then it's been a whole lot of fun to go through this. Like we are, once we start back with Amazing Spider Chronicles, are we done with the backlog yet, Jared? Or we got a few more to go? Or Jared/Pat?
Yeah,
they're all edited, but there's still some to be released.
Delvin, get off my back about when it's going to be released.
Sorry.
In the beginning of this?
I wasn't. I was
probably the best Crusader of us all. Got us all caught up.
Homescapes. Yeah, Delvin's playing Homescapes.
And I'm seeing Scott O'Neill mention New Warriors, which, by the way, thank you very much. And Vinkman brought up my point that before you jokers cut me off, that Hobgoblin's coming up soon on Amazing Spider-Man. I never thought we'd get to that point. Like we started with I think one of my first ones was like 149, 150 or something like that. And freaking Hobgoblin's appearance in Amazing Spider-Man is 239. So that's 89 issue. That's crazy. That's a lot of Spider-Man comic books to talk about. Then, of course, we've mingled in X-Men and then, the occasional odd ones there. So that's cool. And then, my personal one, of course, is Transformers Chronicles. And one of the reasons why is, it popped up out of nowhere in a sense. I can't even remember what thread me and Pat and then Jonathan Schaefer-Hames, thank you, Vinkman, 238, not 239, for the first appearance of Hobgoblin. But that show kind of just came about, and we have been very we're being experimental, and we still are. We still do kind of keep that entrepreneurial spirit when it comes to the shows. Like if somebody has an idea for a show and they want to do the editing and stuff, then Pat will find a place for them. And that's kind of how we've blossomed into the network that we have, and it's really cool. And we came up with the idea of Transformers Chronicles, and now we're almost done with the original first 80. And to me, it's It's been a fun journey. It's been an incredible journey for me personally. It's been cool because like I went from just sort of starting the show conceptually to then hosting the show for my very own, to a couple of years later doing edits and stuff for the show, not just cleanup, but full edits for the show and putting it out. And so that's something that I'm personally really proud of, just from a personal standpoint. What about you, Pat?
No, I think you're right on that as well. Boy, it's hard to pick a show that I like, since I like them all. But what I guess what I'm going to say is, I'm going to say what I like is the other LBC family members that have come to the network, right, and bringing some great shows along with them. You got Clinton. Clinton was our first one on board in bringing Fan Film Fridays. That was a good show, fun show. And then just everything kind of steamrolled after that. You had Rick with Monday Movie Muckabout. I don't know why we kept going with those alliteration or those names like Fan Film Friday, but and then we had Gene starting off with Holmes, and then Kathy taking that over, and Jim, and just all that we have going on with the shows. Alan joining us. I'm probably forgetting somebody else in that, but just growing that LBC family that we have is awesome, and it would want to continue to grow that even more if we can. But yeah. I love original Longbox Crusades, because then I think those get fun too, and especially when we go through the news and the songs and all that. That's we all have fun like that.
We got a real interesting one coming up, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Just realized, behind the curtain for everybody, we just realized that the random comic I picked is from the exact same month and year as the last one that Pat picked. So all the songs and the movies and everything are exactly the same. Pat says he's just going to clip out that portion of the last show and put it
so it's going to be the same.
I'm all for it.
You weren't supposed to tell anybody. I wanted to.
I'm sorry. You guys will never know.
I was going to play it backwards. So then you had to listen to it backwards.
Is your fun yet?
But yeah, I think all the shows on the network are fun to do. I like, and I wanted to bring back.
Don't go
LBC.
too far. I got a question coming up called "What's your favorite unrealized idea?"
Oh, well, no, it's not unrealized, because it's been realized. So LBC Crew,
Oh yeah, LBC Crew.
LBC Crew.
Mysteries that no one understands.
That nobody understands, but it's gonna make fun. And just putting the sound and that, making it that atmosphere is just,
because everyone knows, Pat, that you put the tinctures in the third shelf of the apothecary,
right?
Yes. Yes.
The haberdasher clearly would have known by the cobbling.
By the cobbler, yes.
The cobbler, yeah. How the shoes sounded on the floor was just, the cobbler would know.
What the hell?
But,
my favorite thing is we get the reveal, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
Fun.
Because Pat, in case you guys didn't know, Pat uses a mystery book that was literally written in like the 1930s.
It's copyright free.
That makes sense. All right. I got some comments I want to cover.
Okay.
Doc Strange says the wide variety of shows is great. Even if the content on a specific show isn't my thing, it's still a good time listening to you guys. And I love that. It's probably my favorite feedback. Like if you're just listening just for our conversational style, it means a lot. It means a super lot. So thank you for that.
Yep. One of my best buddies, Jim Jarman. Like Jim is not a comic book guy at all. And he supports the show because I know, we're friends, but he's told me, he's like, when I've listened to your shows, it's like, it just feels like listening to friends having a conversation that like I'm a part of, and I really enjoy that. So that is very much a compliment.
Well, we hope we like Jim Jarman too. So let him know that.
I did. I have told him that.
We've told him in person. That's right.
Yeah, you guys got to meet him in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serpy Matt, our boy Matt Poisson said the New Warriors is what made him join the network. Knew Jared as an artist, and then saw he was on a New Warrior podcast. And I was like, what? And after that, he was hooked on it all. So some
cool.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, you know what? If you guys can put in your how you found us, would love to hear some of that. That's some of the fun things that I think really make a good. I don't want to say make it fun for us as making it. Not that we enjoy talking to each other, and I think that's one of the best things that have become of this is being able to just. I look forward to talking with these guys and all our guests when we get a chance to. It's definitely helped for me, especially over the last few years that, with the life stuff that was going on, it was one of those things, that beacon of light that I would look forward to every week to be able to talk to these guys with, just to get me through some of the things that were going on family wise. And I even speaking about that too, I want to say thank you guys to the club members and just fans that, or I want to say fans, but people that know and know us, just all the well wishes and the thinking of the yous and all that went and came to me. It really meant a lot to me and my family. So thank you.
You're having a warm moment, Pat, and I'm sitting over here laughing at the Jim Jarman comments. Oh man, that's what
we're all about.
I did want to say something about Come Out to Play too. Like the idea of that show was for me was twofold. Very simple. One, I wanted to talk about New Warriors. And two, I didn't want to do any cleanup and editing of the show. So I was like, well, let's do it live. Let's try it out. And so again, just it's super successful, but it's largely, and then the third part was when I mentioned that, told the guys, they were like, yes. And then Jared, I think, texted me, it's like, I'm doing the show with you. I'm like, yeah, if you want to do, it's like, no, I'm doing the show. And I'm like, okay.
So not how I remember that at all.
That is not true. What I said was the truth. I don't know what Jared has to say about it. But the audience again is what makes the show. The audience has just been so freaking awesome on the show. I mean, sometimes we're sitting there and I don't know who the black guy in the armor is. And then Scott O'Neill's like, that's Night Thrasher. And it's like, oh yeah.
I'm the worst about remembering character names.
But just another show that, of course, I mean, I when I talk about this network to people, it has been just as a source of pride, because heck, if you've been doing something for 10 years and you're not proud of it, then come on, right? So so just some pride. Keep going, Jared. I know there's more stuff.
Oh, there's tons more. So yeah, thank you. I got you. Scott, side note, I love the random art-based live streams, which they are very random. As someone with no artistic ability, I like to see how sausage is made. So I appreciate that one. That was kind of specifically for me. That's nice of you. Thank you. He also said, in general, I love a variety of topics. One day, cheesy movies. The next day, serial films and 30s and 40s. The next day, Spider-Man. I'm glad you dig our variety, because I mean, that's clearly what we were going for.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. Let's see. Serpy Matt. As a listener, my favorite thing you guys do is probably G.I. Joe Chronicles. I love all the stuff, but G.I. Joe Chronicles has exposed me.
I'm all right with that.
The G.I. Joe comics I've never dug into before.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm all right with that.
I'm okay with it.
I don't think Delvin's actually reading the comment on the screen, because it's the same comment, but it's actually all that was Transformers. I just replaced the words.
I'm on both, so I like it. It worked for me. No.
Hey, all right, for reals, he says Transformers Chronicles is his favorite. It's high speed trolling.
I was kind of looking at it while you were saying it, was like, and then react. I charged up the home skates.
Django Unfettered says, do the UK series, Delvin. I'm assuming you bought the Skybound compendiums. No, we didn't, but I did. I have all the hardbound compendiums.
Yes, Jared's fancy. Yeah, that's another bit, by the way. Jared talking about Omaha Bound and then his fanciness. But so right now, and I haven't even mentioned this to John and Maggie, because we're going to record on
next week.
Yeah, not this Monday, but Monday after. I believe the plan is going to be to to cover Regeneration 1. Just it makes sense from a series standpoint that once we're done with 80, that we roll into Regeneration 1. Like they had a prequel like 80.5, and then it rolled into 81. So I think that's the direction that we're going to take. I mean, not to mention that there's like 300 of those UK comic books. So like I would be 80 years old. Welcome to Transformers Chronicles.
Get off the lawn.
It's like, Delvin, food's ready at the cafeteria. It's 4:30. Matlock's on after. Oh,
don't forget your pills.
I love Matlock back in the day. Yeah. I don't know.
I legitimately did love Matlock.
Well, the Matlock cast.
Dude, I watched Matt. I was gonna say I watched Matlock with my grandma, and I did. I watched Matlock alone.
Hell yeah.
Matlock's dope. He always wore the same gray suit, was rich as hell, but complained about money all the time. Anyway. So, yeah.
Matlock Talk with Delvin.
It's coming soon. Very cool. Thanks for the update on that. Speaking of updates, just a quick plug for Kathy, by the way, while we have so many people participating in the chat, and I'm sure we can put this on X and on Patreon as well, for the club members, but she's closing in on finishing the entire Jeremy Brett series. Like, I think she's one or two, maybe two, 1 to 3 recordings away from being done. And she says she will gladly take suggestions on what the irregulars want to listen to next in her home's coverage. She's had some ideas of her own. I think there's that show Elementary that she was talking about maybe doing the Cumberpatch series. Let us know if you want to put some stuff in the chat, or again, we'll probably post something so more people
the
can weigh in.
Cumberbatch series was so good.
So good. It was.
Did you watch it, Jared?
Oh yeah, every episode. So I'm all.
I haven't watched it.
I know.
Watched
Something that came on after Airwolf, and I watched. Brace yourselves, everybody. Answering the question that Pat had: how do people find us? Auburnell's found us through John and Van over at the AU Wishbone, where I have a regular segment over there, and Delvin's been a guest on that show before as well. That was a funny story because I remember John couldn't be on an episode or two, and Van would reach out to me, "Hey, will you fill in for John?" And I was just like, I'm a jokey joke maker. If you want a guy who knows a bit more about sports, you need to go with Delvin, not Jared. And Van didn't even like, oh, come on, man. He was okay, bye. He immediately took Delvin, which was for a sports show. I think that's a smart thing.
Man, that turned out to be a lot of fun, though. Has he had another co-host since besides?
No.
So I mean, I am tied, or not tied. I am the first co-host that John goes to, or excuse me, Van goes to if he needs someone
That's
for
right.
AU Wishbone.
I think you've done it twice now, if my memory serves, but I can't remember.
I think I just did it once. I think, maybe.
But, Van has appeared on plenty of our shows as well. We have a good relationship with Van. I mean, he publishes Hamilton versus Burr Werewolf Tale. All right. Serbian Met. I think one of the best things is getting to listen to and sometimes talk comics with y'all, because I don't have many people around here in real life. And I picked that comment too because I mean that's like, again, what we really want to do. We want to be your comic book friends. We really do. And when you get as invested as someone like Matt does, and you comment a lot and you join the club, obviously, we're gonna have you on shows. And that's not a pitch for you to join the club, to be honest with you. We got people that we have plenty of guests that aren't club members. But like, if you're invested and you want the conversation and you're commenting a lot, that is a surefire way for us when we get together going, hey, we need a guest. What about so-and-so? He comments all the time. That happens a lot. Now, club members do get preferential seating. So I guess it is kind of a commercial for the club, but we appreciate that. We appreciate the interactivity. That's what I'm trying to say.
You talk about an unintended consequence, though, like I mentioned about Transformers. The reason why John and Pat and I started doing Transformers Chronicles is that we wanted to talk about that initial run of Transformers. Little did we know that apparently there's a market for that, and a lot of folks around our age wanted to talk about or listen to someone talk about Transformers Chronicles. And that's the coolest thing, that some part of our childhood that we were like, man, we really thought that was a cool thing. And then someone like echoes it back to you. It's like, yeah, we thought that was a cool thing too. Done. Like mission accomplished. That is more than I honestly will ever need, like as far as anything else that I get from this show. That means a ton to me personally, and I'm sure it means a ton to the other fellas too.
Oh yeah.
Today's the day I learned we had a Transformer show, so that's cool. I guess,
Yeah. Transformers Chronicles. We've done 72 of them. Yeah,
and I know this
You've been on a few.
I've been on a few. On my last jog, that was the show I was listening to, and John and Maggie were there, and it's good times, man. Optimus Prime was surrendering for strategic reasons. Anyway,
that kind of riff off of what Dylan was saying there is, I think, and it just warms my heart to hear when you guys get to talk to creators and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, this podcast that I started in my basement is, and just to see like Delvin being able to talk to Budiansky and, the people Jarrett's talked to, us being able to talk to Josh Blaylock. I would never have thought that. And so it's just fun, and it's cool to see the excitement in people that get to talk to those creators like that. And, just to learn that, they're still doing it.
They are.
Still doing it.
What's probably the most fascinating when it comes to guests, and I guess we're on to a bit of a different topic, and I'll come back to these starred comments.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. It's your show, Pat. It's your 10th anniversary. But an interesting thing about getting these big name guests like Blaylock or Joe Casey or Bob Budiansky or Fabian Nicieza, or we could go on and on.
Even people you've gotten on in our side,
like James Bond stuff.
With James Bond stuff is just
I've talked to the guys I've gotten to talk to. I got to do like a 10 episode series with Raymond Benson. Like, come on,
yeah, that's awesome.
What I was gonna say is it's weird how amazingly approachable these people are. Like, we think they're never gonna want to be on our stupid show, right? But you just 9 times out of 10, literally all I did was at them on X or Instagram or Facebook. Like, would you like to be on our show? And most of the time they're like, yeah. The only other responses I've ever gotten was either no response. I'm looking at you, Gladys Knight, who I asked to be on the show. I doubt Gladys Knight manages her own Instagram account though. or a very polite no. Like I've talked to a couple of actors that were in License to Kill, and both of them were like, I wouldn't mind doing it, but I've done so many podcasts, like I want to take a break. It's kind of got the answer. I guess they're just really nice people. I've only had one really negative one. If you guys are really nice to me, I might tell you what it is on the show. I can tell you because I can't remember the guy's name. He's one of the original creators on the GoldenEye video game. And I reached out to him and asked him if I could interview him for the show, in my book, subsequently my book. But he responded with, I only do 3 interviews a year, so I can't do yours this year. And I was like, I just did a 10 episode series with Raymond Benson. Who exactly do you think you are? Like, the fact that I can't remember his name tells you everything. Like, this guy thought he was. Anyway, moving on. I can't name names because I can't remember his name. That's the funny part. And I'm not even being witty about that. I literally can't remember his name. By the way, how people came to the show. Tony Pennington. Delvin was begging for viewers on Facebook, and I felt bad for him. But joke's on me. I joined the club.
That's
funny.
I can't say the Chappelle bit that I want to say, but it starts with "gotcha," and I can't.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Captain Entropy said Jared's performance as Sergeant Rock on the Fire Water Network convinced me to listen to y'all, and I appreciate that. And I vaguely remembered. I think that was a Siskoid show, maybe, and I can't remember how I did that impression. It would be news to me if I went back and listened to it. I did a Sergeant Rock episode. I think it was with Siskoid. Well, I'm glad that's what got you over, Captain, because we enjoy having you over here for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that gets everyone's origin story for the most part from the chat. I tried to star as many as I could, and we have a question, a good question, I think. from Auburn, Elvis, what's the wildest or just plain most out there show concept that you or someone else pitched that never made it to the network? Which is interesting because my next question on my pad here says, what's your favorite unrealized idea? And they kind of go hand in hand. I'll start because you guys need time to think about it. And I've been thinking about this for a while. I think my favorite one that's unrealized, it came so close to being realized, is one of Pat's, and it still may come back someday. But Pat has a vision to talk about Impact Comics, and he always has. He's thought about Impact. Shoot, I think he even made a Twitter for it or an X account.
It's still out there.
It's still out there.
The Impact Crusade. So make sure you like and subscribe to the Impact Crusade on Facebook and X.
It's just one of those things too that once you get into this, though, you start to realize how time consuming it is.
Yeah.
We're all kind of at max. Let me rephrase that. Pat and Jared are all at maximum kind of level right now. So what I'm saying is Delvin and Jason have to do Impact Crusade. I don't know how you got into this, Delvin, but here you are. But yeah, Pat, can you think of another idea that's been pitched by you or one of us, or we've had people approach us?
Yeah, we've had
shows.
people approach us about shows as well too. We kind of still continue to take some on. It's just that we want to make sure, for at least on the network, we want to make sure it's something that's a fit for us. Because there are some, I guess, rules or guidelines that we go by. We try to be as best we can family friendly, and just try to you just want to have fun and a good place to escape from sometimes reality of what's going on. So we try to not be too much or talk too much about current events, topic stuff like that, just to give people that escapism and just a fun way there. So there's things that we do. So we do kind of vent things out that way, As far as shows, I mean, Jared always knows, I'm like, oh, I had a great idea to do this kind of show and this kind of show, and I want to do this and I want to do that. Impact Crusade, it's still on my mind. It's close to conception again, probably. It's just got to get some of the stuff out and released now that we're caught up on some editing. It is finding the time to do that. When I originally was starting the network, I wanted to do a G.I. Joe Marvel show. So that's another concept that I have out there to kind of go back to that route that I had. I also wanted to do an Indiana Jones one. Jarrett made true on that.
I guess I just did it.
Yeah. No, and that's fine. And that's fine because I'm able to listen through it. Those were the ones that I had in mind. Longbox Crusade, Indiana Jones Crusade. That's sort of one of the things I really liked on a comic book avenue. And just a whole pop culture medium was Indiana Jones. I mean, that's the font and all that. Indiana Jones style. It's obviously people can tell that when you look at that stuff, but it is interesting to see how it's kind of morphed into some, the bigger stuff there as well too. So yeah, I got a lot of ideas.
Pat has no shortage. We could do a whole.
I got no shortage of ideas, but like Jared said, it's just I got shortage of time.
It's time. It really is because I did the Indiana Jones thing on the side, and just, again, peek behind the curtain for people who make podcasts. If you're out there listening, I just recorded those. I pre-canned everything I could on the front and the back, so that stuff was already made. And then all I really had to do was just do the interviews and then plug that in. Do the interviews and then do a cover description and a story description, and that's all I had to plug into. Everything else was pre-built. And I did those on the side, and I did them at a higher frequency rate than one a month so I could get them done. For example, I don't know what issue just came out. There's 34, I think, total, something like that. And I had them all done by the time like issue 20 something came out. And just so we could just put them on autopilot after that. So what I'm saying is if you want to do a side project, I feel like it kind of needs to be done like that. Otherwise, it's not necessarily a side project; it's a regular project. And the key is to pick something finite. So that's just a little talk. Let's go to Delvin about idea that you've heard or maybe you've had that hasn't been realized yet.
It's always interesting because if I tell someone I podcast and then they'll say something like, hey, blah, 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 you should do that on your next podcast. And I'm like, you don't know what I'm podcasting about. So why would that random thing even fit? But if so many ideas that I've had is I probably shared at some point, just talking on one of the shows, like, Come Out to Play is coming to an end soon. And Jared and I have kind of discussed loosely, even though we don't have a definitive direction of where we're going to take it next. I pitched to him, since he's a big JSA guy, that maybe he can take over hosting of the show. And then I'm the novice that hadn't read a ton of JSA stuff. That's one. Also,
correct.
JLI, excuse me, not JSA. That shows very novice. Novice is Hale. And so there's maybe that, or possibly talking about Dark Hawk.
Okay.
Yeah. Of which I guess I would still host the show, in that I had already had the first or the initial 50 issue run. Jared has most of it now because he picked it up through back issues. I have just conceptually thought about the idea of maybe talking about the TV series Psych, because Psych's freaking awesome.
Interesting. Because you know who else? I don't know if you know this, but Jason's brought up wanting to do a Psych show before.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Like, I didn't know that with Jason. Like, another one that would probably, and I just literally thought of this, would be Bob's Burgers. And that there's so much material on Bob's Burgers, and I've watched that so many doggone times. There are any number of ideas, and you're right. The limiting factor, of course, is time, because as much as I enjoy podcasting and spending time with y'all, sometimes you have to do other things in life besides podcasting, and you want to make sure that there's some sort of balance there as well. So those are just a few of the ideas that I've had for sure. I'm seeing in the comments that quite a few people had a affectation for Psych. Psych's an awesome show. Love it.
It is. I've only seen a handful of episodes. I've liked every one. The thing that a side project that I will probably execute in the near future, I'm getting very serious about doing Amazing Spider-Man Chronicles, the 1970s TV show version, and going through, because it's only like 12 or 13 episodes of that 70s show, and I've never watched it. So I thought, I'm going to go through this, and I'll kind of do it like Indiana Jones and grab random co-hosts to go through each episode. And again, if you're going to do a side project, make it finite. So 13 episodes, I could probably do that.
Yeah.
All right. Kathy gave her origin story. I'm not sure this is a true origin story. I became a regular in the chats and was so hilarious. They said we have to get this girl the show.
True.
Huh.
We all have our origin stories, right?
I met Kathy through Van. I think she's that Van Plexico just keeps on giving.
Stan.
Another nice comment here from Scott. Interacting with y'all inspired me to start a nostalgia-based YouTube channel. I've got about 20 videos worth of content recorded and ready to edit when we start posting next week or so. Awesome, man. Yeah, I've, as the guy who makes Nostalgia Talk, which is an occasional show, like whenever something strikes me, I approve. So I'm glad we inspired you, man. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Auburn Ellis drops another question in the chat. Took me a while at the beginning to get the positivity of LBC. How did that become one of the focuses? I know the answer to this, but I'll let Pat answer. It's his network.
I think I'm. It's just been the vision of it all. I think is the positivity instead of just being worn down in a day. I'd rather listen to someone in my ear being positive about something than listening to somebody in my ear being negative of something. And then that just negativity becomes a mirror and I reflect that off to somebody else. I don't want that. I want to be positive and bring positivity out to others. You know, in a way, if you can do that, and to hear just comments of, oh, you guys make me laugh or you make me smile, that means a lot, because then that's the goal. That's the purpose. That's what I wanted to accomplish, is just to make somebody's day a little more brighter in it all is really everything. You know what? It's like walking around, if you can, wherever you are, or at work, or, you know, shopping or whatever. And you just take a moment to just, when you're passing somebody, instead of looking away or looking at your phone, just look up, nod, and smile. That can make a difference in someone's day.
Mm-hmm. And when I first started here, you know, I don't know if we had formally had that conversation, Pat, but I remember us, and I think once Delvin joined and once Jason joined, I think we've all had this conversation before. Like, there's no shortage of negative podcasts out there. There's no shortage of folks that just, this sucks and that sucks, and the M Crown Crystal sucks. Well, I did that. But you know what I'm saying, though? There's no shortage of the snarky podcasts. And I remember way early on when you and I were probably doing those Star Wars episodes, Pat, we're just like, we just don't want to be those guys.
Yeah.
The snarky thing, there's a market for it, but it just ain't for us.
Yeah. You can definitely get more likes and more shares and everything by being
and hot takes and all that. But we were like,
I don't want to be that guy.
That's the real secret to the answer to his question. We've never cared too much about growing a listening audience. I mean, we appreciate every listener we have, but we've never been like, what hot take could we do to, like, it's not us.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of, and stay with me, like Madonna. You're like, the thing about Madonna, especially when she came out, and then with each album, she reinvented herself. And whatever she reinvented herself as was the thing that was considered cool. And I remember even thinking as a kid, I guess I just had a real grown-up thought as a kid, that has to be exhausting, having to reinvent yourself all the time, of like, oh, I'm at the cutting edge of cool, and this is cool. And it's just, okay, great. But you know what really is cool? What's cool is being your authentic self. And somebody's gonna vibe with you on when you're being authentic, and someone's not. Someone's gonna look at you and be like, okay, I'd rather not. But a lot of times, if you're just genuinely yourself and people see that, people are gonna be like, yeah, I'll stick around that because it's just genuine energy. And so I wasn't necessarily around for like the origin with that Pat mentioned and Jared mentioned necessarily, but I certainly do get it, because like I see it online all the time now. Like it seriously could be something like fireman saves a puppy from a tree, and someone will comment, he isn't that good of a fireman. It wasn't that tall of a tree. It's like, really?
That puppy only weighed 2 pounds.
It's an AI puppy.
That was an ugly puppy. like, okay, like, so like that's one of the things that I actually do appreciate. Not only because, I mean, there have been some things that we've talked about and we haven't liked, but we'll put a lot of preface like behind it, and not because we're just being a namby-pamby about it, but because, as we've often said on the show, like everything is somebody's favorite. And so what if that was the first time someone listened to our show and then we're just like, oh, this character absolutely sucks. Then they're like, I don't want to listen to them anymore, because not only did they're either upset because we trashed their favorite character, or that we're just being negative overall. So at least being, I think that we have been authentic as like a group and as a podcast, but I also think that we've all made the decision to be kind towards creations, because if someone actually took time to create something and they put it out there in the world genuinely, then it deserves to be treated with respect. Like, and as opposed to just immediately just finding something to criticize about when that's literally the easiest thing in the world to do. Like, it's a harder thing to do to create something. Actually, go ahead, Pat.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Delvin. I think what you're saying right there is the perfect thing, is that it's so easy to be negative and all that. You know what? Show me how creative you are. Show me that you can be positive and say things in a different way. It's like, figure out a way to make it interesting instead of just negative. That's creativity.
I want to glom on to something that Delvin said too, which makes me eternally proud because I've never thought of it from this point of view. It's not even so much that we're like being positive. It's that we're just being us. And that makes me feel even better, to be honest about you. To be honest with you, like we're not going out of our way to be. The Lord knows if you listen to me talk about the X-Men, I'm not going out of my way to be positive, right? But that's not true, Django.
You remember that one time that he came over and did that mind fight to you?
Yeah,
he's still doing
literal
still doing that mind fight to you
with Chris Claremont, and I lost. But like what Dalton was saying, it's just who all four of us are. No one's putting on an act. Could you imagine how exhausting it would be to do this show when you have to put on an act?
I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to do it. We'd be exhausted, and it would just be hard. So Delvin gave me a great new perspective today, because I've always thought we have a very positive perspective, which is true, but it's just who we are. It's who we are, Yeah, we could not like stuff, but we always couch it in such a way, like Delvin said, that at least I hope we do. Everyone seems to have been okay with it, with the exception of some ElfQuest fans.
and to be clear, we're more laughing with ElfQuest fans than laughing at ElfQuest fans. Like, I saw the Peonies; they actually look like really nice people, like both of them. And so, if anything, just. Yeah, we don't have to revisit the ElfQuest stuff. But
we fully understand that something or someone's favorite. We all know that Pat loves ElfQuest. We all know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like ElfQuest too. I've never read an ElfQuest comic I didn't like. I was not on the episode.
Don't you worm your way out of this, Albrecht. I'm gonna go back and edit it. I'm gonna go back and edit it with Jared's voice in it, like ElfQuest sucks.
AI Jared's voice. ElfQuest totally far.
1010.
From the chat, Scott says it'd be fun to do a show. I love this, Scott, and I'll tell you why in a second. It'd be fun to do a show entirely on cover art, just highlighting covers that really strike y'all. So many covers drew me in as a kid. Brian Stelfreeze's covers on Shadow of the Bat in particular. I have two things to say about that, Scott, and I'll let the other guys weigh in. Weirdly enough, about 2 months ago, I don't remember what show we were on or who I was talking to. You guys have to remind me you were there. I threw out the idea of comic cover face-off, like action film face-off, where we would each bring a cover that we really love, and then we'd sort of vote or maybe live and let people pick who the champion is. So you get like 4 outstanding covers and find out what the fair one. I can't remember who I was talking to about that. So it's interesting that I had that idea within the last 2 months, and it might have been on an episode of Action Film Face-Off, because Pat and Delvin are both looking odd.
It reminds me of Grab Bag's surprise attack, right? Because what you would do was get a grab bag and you would just what's your interest in it based off the covers.
Yeah, I forgot I had a show like that.
Grab bag surprise attack.
Surprise attack.
I do too.
I was just looking at some grab bags at Ollie's the other day, and I thought, man, I should bring that back. Grab bag surprise attack.
So what you're saying is that you went to the store and looked at some comics. You're like, bring it back.
All right, Scott. Thanks for the good question.
Don't you silence me. That was a great joke. Keep going, man.
I just want to let Scott see that Brian Stelfreeze, heck of a nice guy. I met him at a convention before I was in the business, as if I'm like in the business. I'm on the fringe of the business. Before I was on the fringe of the business. But I was there as just a fan, and I was complimenting him about his Shadow of the Bat covers, and he signed a bunch for me. And I was like, man, I'm just starting out in art, and I'd love to learn techniques from you. And he was like, genuinely, it was like, you can come by my studio anytime. It's here in town. He gave me the address. He gave me his number. And he's like, you can come by anytime and I'll show you. It's just a guy he met at a con. Just, this was probably 25-year-old Jared, maybe. I thought that left an impression. So yeah, just a nice guy. I want to pass that along.
Yeah. Well, and just speaking of nice guys like that too, is who would have thought, me being a G.I. Joe guy, that I'd be able to sit and talk with John Beatty.
Yep.
A cover artist. Or just John, the John Beatty, who drew a lot of, inked a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Great guy.
A lot of stuff. Good dude. Friend of the network.
Yeah. Just amazing.
Yeah. He's been on an episode or two of this here show.
And we have talked about it, but it was an absolute trip to talk to Bob Budiansky. It was and I'm going to have to do something very soon with Mr. Simon Furman. I've got to reach out to him and ask, would he grace us with an interview? Because we're closing in on Transformers Chronicles 75. We're 3 months away as of this recording. But when I reached out to Bob, and just via Facebook Messenger of anything, and just saying, hey, we do this show. We'd be honored to do if you would do an interview with us. And he replied back, was like, yeah, I've listened to your show. I've heard of it. I'm sorry, what? You what to what? Are you really? Wow. Okay. I'm done. I'm freaking done. And of course, the similar thing happened on Warriors, particularly with Evan Skolnick. Evan was like, yeah, I've listened to several of your shows. I think your points are fair. I think
I started to panic.
Yeah, Jared's over there, doing the airplane meme,
What did I say? Oh,
but it's of anything, but that also goes back to that's another reason to speak respectfully of people's creations and stuff. To just because could you imagine being someone your whole shtick is just finding something terrible to say just for rage bait, and then you reach out to them asking for a genuine interview? What response do you think you'd get? It wouldn't be a nice one because that's what you put out. You're going to get exactly what it is that you put out.
Excellent point. Excellent point. Scott said Jared broke out his fanciest stick-on mustache for the special guest episode. I still have one. Got the big one. I don't know when it's. Well, I hope you get that Furman interview. I wonder if he still lives in the UK though. That's the hardest part, is that time zone differential to get them. I'd make time if he's still. If he's UK, I'd make time. I would go ahead, Pat.
Oh no, I think too. And Jared, when we talked to Joe Casey. Right.
I don't remember where he was. I know what I did when I talked to Anthony Horowitz, who wrote Bond novels. He was in the UK. And
no, but I'm saying we did make time to.
Yeah, I mean, we altered for him,
just to get in the recording with him. So we peek behind the curtain. Then, folks, while we're on this topic,
we very rarely move our recording times, and the reason for that is because there's 4 of us, and in the early days it used to be okay, we're gonna record the next Longbox Crusade. I got it planned for this Tuesday. Pat, I can't make it on Tuesday. Okay, I'll move it to Thursday. Jason, I can't make it on Thursday. Okay, well, we'll do it Wednesday. Devil and I can't do it on Wednesday. And I was driving myself nuts. So we went to the calendar. Yes, it's a real thing, everyone. I made a calendar. Our calendar, it's real. Our calendar is currently built out through September of next year. That's how far ahead I work the calendar. It's all built out. And I just said, what we decided was, these are days and times that we're going to do this. If you can't make it, no one's going to be mad. And we kind of joke that we're almost like church, where 2 or more gather in his name, right? If at least 2 of us are going to be there, the show gets recorded. And that just helped our sanity, because there was a lot of hurt feelings about it, not wanting to let the team down. And there's a lot of emotion in it. But once we made the calendar, it really helped remove emotion, because it became, here's the date, here's the time. We all know what it is. It's pretty regular. And so then we'd maybe book a guest, and the guest would be like, can you move it to this day? No.
No.
We often tell the kids no. Now, if we're honest with ourselves, if it's somebody in the UK or somebody who's a big name creator, will we move? Kind of. For example, Joe Casey, we moved a recording for his interview, but we didn't move the recording for that Joe episode. We still did the Joe episode on the date and time. We just took the interview that we did and inserted it into the show.
Yeah.
And then I think both times Blaylock's been on. He just
joined us.
He's like, this is your schedule. I'll be there. Like, he didn't ask us to move.
Cool.
Nothing. He just joined us, which I thought was super cool. What a nice guy. Right. So yeah, even when we get big names, we oftentimes will just do the interview and then insert it into the show. But yeah, that's just a peek behind the curtain. Thank you, Eric Porter, for wishing us
thanks, Eric.
a happy 10 years.
Ooh.
So yeah. Oh, we've gone through a lot of stuff today.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's just amazing to see everybody here.
Yeah.
Man, lots of people watching us, according to what I'm seeing, and lots of chatter in the chat. That I think there's so much chatter in the chat, which is another great thing that I can't say so much about, is when we started doing the YouTube stuff and getting these live things here, just seeing the chatter it's a little community within the community. You know what I mean? It's so great to see that happening a lot. And in the live shows that you guys do, is to see the chatter that's there is really cool.
Yeah, the chat, Delva mentioned it on Come Out to Play.
Mm-hmm.
The chat's amazing. The chat is amazing wherever we go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just
we
people
just
joining
really
us
good,
on the Wednesday nights too.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've never had to block anybody that, like, so I think one time we had some troll show up.
Just once or twice.
Once or twice, maybe a troll, like just intentional troll, not one of our regulars, of course. And then we just blocked them out, and that was it. Yeah.
How long have we been doing the YouTube stuff?
Boy, that's a good question. Yeah.
That just really came about because of StreamYard. Like, once we got off of Skype recordings and started doing StreamYard just makes it so easy.
Man, and that's been so long. At this point, we've done StreamYard so long, in my head, it's just been the default that we've always done it.
Yeah. It's been a while, a long time since we're doing that.
Yeah, my guess is going to be about 7 years. It might be closer to 8. I don't know. You know what? I've got our page up. Does it tell you how long you've been on there?
I don't know if it might tell you how. Yeah.
I'm going to our YouTube studio page as we speak.
I mean, you can look
we've
at.
been blocked.
Oh, okay.
Our channel's been deleted.
All right. Huh. Well, bye,
everyone.
Thank you.
I don't know that it does. Let's see.
Just go look at what the first episode was.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll go content.
What was the first thing we put on there? That's a good question.
I think it was doing it live.
There's 619 video. Why can't I? That's odd.
I mean, I'm going to say that's even impressive. The fact that we've got out 619 things, that's more followers than we have. Look, Kathy has an answer, Jared. This just in.
I'm not going to look anymore.
She says October 21st, 2018.
There you go.
I am prepared to believe her because I was not getting the results I wanted.
So take me away.
So I said, what, 7 years? Or 8? Yeah. So it was 8.
Yeah.
7.5.
Going on 8.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go.
I think, we've well done over. When did I start tracking? 2017. So according to my release schedule, we have over.
We should share that screen.
Huh? You want to see it?
Share that complicated ass screen with our listeners.
You want me to share it? I mean, I can.
If you can decipher this in 30 seconds, you get your own show in Longbox.
I could if I wanted to, if people want to see the sausage, but Share the screen.
Don't show them the sausage.
No. Okay.
Show 'em how the sausage is made. Two
Oh.
different things. Two different things.
Okay. Here we go.
did say, the access.
There you go. That's the sheet.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
Right there. Look at that sheet. It's beautiful, ain't it?
Let's get a sheet together.
That
This
sheet
is
is
the-
the sheet.
So it started here, and then boom, 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 boom.
I heard
boom,
you
boom,
laughing
boom,
there.
boom, boom,
Hot
boom,
sheet.
boom. Hot sheet. Yeah. Look at that.
Down, bing.
140 or 1045.
Here in the wild, we see Pat sending over his worksheets.
And then over here you have the actual release schedules, and here's the liner stuff. So when I say we got over 60 some episodes to release, yes, here's all the stuff that hasn't been released yet. I'm gonna go through it fast because I don't want you guys to
It's a secret.
then
Don't
see,
everybody look.
see what's going on.
No
So,
screenshots.
okay,
No screenshots.
get rid of that now. There you go. That's
And there's the calendar.
and there, woo, the calendar.
Now let's see what's going on next month. Bam. There you go. There's all our little recording events. Yep. Now y'all know. That's how we know it's about time to end the show, when we start showing calendars and stuff.
I was gonna say, did you have any other questions?
The last one that I had on my sheet was, what is your favorite interaction with a listener?
Ooh, that's a nice one. Oh boy.
I gotta go with Jason and I being recognized by voice at Dragon Con. That guy was like, "Are you Jared Albrecht and Jason Albrecht?" Yeah. Oh, I listened to Longbox Crusade. I'm Jeremiah.
Hey,
Hey, man.
like,
It only goes one way, but thanks, man. Like, so that was fun.
so that happened with Pat. You went to trivia with me, right? You, me, and Comic
Yeah.
Foil. Yeah,
Comic foil, yeah.
yeah. We were all at trivia, and the trivia host, Brian, I met him at. Well, you also met that friend, Dan, he was in Mandalorian gear, but he helped me get my Spider-Man stuff put together.
Yeah.
We met at Dan's place some years back, and I was telling him like blah blah podcast. I was like in Longbox Crusade, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of it. I've listened to some shows." And I'm just like, again, like, excuse me, say what? Like, I brought up the show to someone I just met in the wild, and you heard of this? So yeah. We are at least somewhat known to the niche geek podcast community. So there is that. I feel that when it comes to stuff like, and heck, this particular Heroes Con that we went to, I felt like an F- list celebrity. Like there were, because I couldn't even, I would walk like 10 or 15 feet and run into someone I knew either from real life, it being in Charlotte, or podcast land or something like that. And like, which wound up making for an excellent and very fun show because you got to interact and talk with so many people. But I'd say that would be my favorite interaction, that it just kind of occurred.
I love it. It. Pat, you got a favorite listener interaction? Wasn't he that guy that stopped by the table? He's from Virginia. He listens to us on the road. I want to give him a shout out. Matthew sounds right.
I don't remember what is, but Matthew, yeah, Matthew, if you're listening or if you hear this somewhere or whatever, thank you for stopping by the tables. It was probably the first year at Heroes Con, and it's just being there, and then people coming and meeting people that would listen to the show and go, "Oh, hey, I listened to you guys, and I came here because you guys were going to be here," or just that coming up and talking to you. And I know, and it just means a lot to me. And I think that's one of the fun things too about doing Heroes Con for me. I didn't really do a lot of walking around. I don't think I ever walked all the way.
You
through
spent
Heroes
like
Con.
almost no money at this last Heroes Con.
Yeah, no, and I didn't, because it was more about just being with people.
People moving.
You know,
You were people moving. Yeah, you were.
The podcasting people that we know, that they listen, and then just the people that listen. I wanted to make that connection. I remember I was talking. Wow, probably talked a lot to Steve Cronin.
Mm-hmm.
You would come
it
by
was
and
the
Steve
season.
Cronin brought us bananas and protein bars.
Oh man, I tore up those bananas. I ate bananas. What a great snack
And
to
the
have on the
protein
comp
bar,
floor.
you know, is stuff like that, and just
Yeah.
getting to meet everybody is the fun stuff for me. And you know, I want to show them how much I do appreciate that. So, you know, I go back to just people commenting, you know, comment on the stuff we do, like it, share it. That means so much to us, in a way that you don't, you know, just to hear. I mean, there's people, man, I'm trying to think of his name from the Joe Show that said, I'm blanking on his name, but you know, he had the heart attack and he was recovering
Steve
from
Martin.
that.
That's
Steve Martin. Yeah, Steve Martin. You know, just that kind of
that
stuff.
we
It
were
goes
in
back
his
to the
ears,
positivity that
You know,
we've been
we were
doing.
in his ears
Yeah.
while he was recovering from a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know, wow. I mean, what can you say to that, right? And I don't want to miss this one because Scott said connect to the positivity stuff. And early, these folks are great moment was when y'all showed the custom come out to play bottles that Auburn Elves made for you, which has to be a top 10 listener moment. You know, I don't want we gotta shout out Auburn Elves who made custom bottles for Delvin and I.
Friggin' awesome.
Friggin' awesome. Yeah. So that's the kind of stuff we get. I got a couple more here. Captain Entropy's wife saying that she likes my show and thinks I have a great voice. That's Kathy from the Sherlock Holmes show. Those things feel good for sure. And Serpy Matt asks, are you guys all planning Heroes Con next year? As long as Delvin lives in Charlotte, I think we're always planning Heroes Con, really. I mean,
You know, yeah, but you know, some of us they go to work, but
some of us are there to work, and I'm glad you
the
recognize
rest of us
that.
just go to come out and play there.
Yes.
But
I always tell the guy, I hope you have a wonderful vacation while I'm at work. But I think that went really well this last year. I think we had a good balance, and y'all did right by me, and I appreciate y'all because you guys know how stressed I get. Yeah, peek behind the curtain, you guys listen. I get super stressed about conventions because that's my job, and I still approach it with a military mindset when I probably don't have to. Like, be early and be prepared, and yeah, like I treat it like a military op when I know I don't have to. But it's just how my brain works, and you guys really helped. You guys worked around that for me a lot, so I appreciate it. Except for Jason, but he's not here. So. I'm just kidding. Jason was fine.
we got a new comment.
What up, Puck Robin 1?
oh, I bet you
I bet that's Alan.
It's
Alan,
gotta-
is that, dude, you can't hide from us, Alan.
Is that you, Alan? If not, sound off in the chat. What do you say? Just want to say your positive regarding the 50s Robin Hood TV show and everything else so refreshing. No rage bait or smug disdain for the material. You got that right.
Cool.
How could you not like the 50s Robin Hood show?
I
have
have told people in real life about that show. Like, seriously. I was like, it's not only surprisingly good, but it's great. And then I was telling someone about like the lore behind it, where it's like it was much more well written than it has the right to be. But one of the reasons is because the show itself was kind of outlawed, because Hannah Weinstein had basically taken these writers and directors that were cast-offs due to McCarthyism. And then I told him about that. And he was like, what? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of commies making a Robin Hood show.
I never would have known about that. So I just thought it was cool.
I never thought to call them a bunch of commies before. That amuses me. But yeah, no, it has a cool lore. It has a cool lore. It's a good show, and Richard Green's just good, man. So yeah, why not? Yeah. Kathy mentioned that she was welcome into other comic crews that I would never have met and hung out with without this network. Yeah, and she's kind of talking about Fire and Water guys and all that. They took her under their wing
this year
at Heroes Con, and it's just a great community. It really is.
I think that was the start for me where I realized that this was probably going to be a thing. Was the very first Heroes Con that we did in 2018, where Jared's like, yeah, I do Heroes Con, I'm going to come up. And then like Pat and Jason were like, well, we want to come up too. And I'm like, uh-oh, I'm going to have all these people in my house. What the heck? But then other podcast networks heard about it and are like, okay. And then we're going to converge. It's like, Delvin, you live in Charlotte. Come up with some place to eat. And I'm like, I just moved to Charlotte. I don't know what's other places. But sure enough, and to me, this is just one of those lifetime takeaways, I won't forget it. Like we set up a place that if you guys are ever in Charlotte, there's a place called Soul Food that is fantastic. Does this Korean fusion, amazing restaurant. And we got a table, and I think I did a reservation for like 20 people, and maybe 18 people showed up. And I remember the thing that you're always worried about meeting someone online is that the conversation is just going to be weird or stilted or awkward or just not the case at all. Like the conversation immediately started, and the only time the conversation stopped was when them soy garlic wings hit the plate, hit the table, and everyone went quiet like these wings. And so, but that made me feel really good. Now, like just like that, I set up something good, but it was like, I think this is kind of a thing because we just spent the whole weekend hanging out with each other. And so I was like, okay, this is really cool. And this is our little, version of our geek/nerd community, and made me smile. It really was a good moment for me personally.
I love that. And I'd be remiss if I didn't tell our listening audience who's getting all the access today of the first one where we all converged on Delvin's house and what happened to Jason.
Yeah. So you can tell it.
All right. So Jason, we all had our own room, and Jason was in his room, and he came out like he basically was asked Delvin, "Can we stop somewhere? Do you have a fan, or can I stop somewhere to get a fan? That room's really warm." And Delvin's like, I don't understand why that room's warm, but all right. And they went to some store, and Jason bought like a box fan or whatever, and Jason come out, he's out sweating. Oh, it's so hot. That room, like every night. That room is so hot. And Delvin's like, I guess I don't know what's up with that, but
yeah, like my room's fine.
My room's fine. Yeah. And then it was probably, I don't know, a week or two after we left. And you could take him here, Delvin. I don't remember who discovered it.
So that room was Miranda's office at the time. and I can't remember, something happened, something, but I just happened to be in the room, like working around, and I looked up at the vent and I was like, holy crap, the vent's closed. So like the Comic-Con is usually like the last weekend in June, which is warm here in Charlotte, 90-degree plus
Jason
weather.
He'll tell you.
And we had poor Jason in there doing his own vision quest. And I didn't know why. And it was because the vent was closed.
A whole weekend that vent was closed. Nobody knew. Jason was in there sweating like coming out. I can't give you a rest in there. And I'm like, we're so well rested.
What's going on with you?
Yeah, good times. Good times. Man,
that's a behind the scenes bit.
I figured I'd give the listeners a little funner.
A little behind the scenes bits that still come out and just fun stuff.
Y'all want to do some giveaways call today?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Let's do that.
Right.
We got names, folks.
Delvin's gonna read some names, and if you don't read yours, you need to sound off quick in the chat.
Yeah, sound off like you got a pair. But I got JT 976 Evil, Auburn Elvis, Matt Paso, Tony Pennington, Vink Man, Django Unfettered, Captain Entropy, Doc Strange, Scott O'Neill, Checkpoint Alpha, Jim Meal, Eric Porter, and Alan Wright, who came in. Did I miss anyone? Was there any names that I may have omitted? I'm hearing silence.
How many you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 names. Kathy, give me a number from 1 to 13.
Did
I
you say
did
Kathy?
say you, Kathy. I said, give me a number from 1 to 13. She's used to hearing it in Jared's voice.
She said 8.
She gave a number. 8. 8. I got a name. Would you like to hear it?
I want to hear it.
It is Eric Porter. Eric Porter is the name.
Now, this is an important question for today's gift. Eric, are you still in the chat? If so, sound off. It's going to help determine what you get. And while we're waiting on that,
Mr. Porter.
Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a club member.
8.5.
Somebody ban Captain.
So that was a bit that just kind of turned out to be a thing, right? Because Joe on one of the comments to console gave something a half rating, and we were like, he's the only person who could do it.
Yeah, how did he get
What
that
was he
power?
on? Was he,
think
because he
he-
makes the beats. Yeah. So-
I think he gave a halvesy on probably comments to console, and we just let it slide.
yeah.
So hey.
She already came out with a number for the Crusaders Club.
Okay,
Jared.
it looks like Eric's not here, and that's fine. He's still going to get some. He's still going to get some.
What is he going to get, Jared?
Well, I kind of wish he was here so we could find out what his tastes are. But
Oh.
you know what?
Well, let's just make our taste for him.
Let's send him a Joe. I hope he's a Joe guy. We're going to send him Tiger Force Bazooka. There we go.
Bazooka.
Tiger Force Bazooka going to Eric Porter. Classified Joe. I hope he digs it. If not, he can take it to his local trade-in store and trade maybe for something he likes. So that's all good.
That's cool.
Eric P. All right. Kathy said 18, I think. All right. I'm
She
scrolling.
did. It
Scroll
was
without
an honor.
looking.
It was
Like
in
land-
honor of the recently departed Kyle Busch. Jared counted to 18. I did nothing to disrupt that. I'm kind of disappointed in myself, to be honest with you.
It's our boy Spreadsheet.
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 All right.
Spreadsheet.
Well, I guess I got out of it today because what I had prepared in case the person was still in the chat or if we got someone, club member who was in the chat, I just got in a new order of my blank 3-minute sketch cards. I was going to do a blank 3-minute sketch card for the winners. I don't have to do either one now. Maybe on a future episode.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Find out.
Spreadsheet. Let's send Spreadsheet. I got.
I'm going to send him my calculator.
I'm going to send Spreadsheet a novel called A Trick of the Light by Stanley. I think this was his last published work, by the way.
Interesting.
And so we're going to send us a nice hardback version. We're going to send that to Spreadsheet. And thanks for being a club member.
We've been on long enough that Jason, I believe, is sending us movies from him being on the boat.
Being on the boat, yeah, I know.
He's on the boat. We're at Kinko's making copies. How is that fair?
That's not fair. We're here with the best people ever, man. We're here
Absolutely.
with our people.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here. We'll just round this out with some final words. Pat, we'll save you for the final word. I'll start. We'll give it to Delvin and we'll let you say the final word. 10th anniversary. Looking back, I have a lot of hobbies that I've done over the years. A video game. I try to build models when I can, and reading and this and that. This is my favorite hobby, man. This is what I look forward to the most. This is maybe something only veterans will understand. It might sound weird to non-veterans, but we all have a list of people in our lives that we die for. I'd die for this person, your wife or kids or whatever. And so don't get creeped out by this. If you're not a veteran, you might not understand, but it's a shorter list of people I'd kill for. And my co-host friends here are on that list, which is to say, if something bad happened to you, something bad would happen to that person. And that's a short list for me. It's the most important people in my life are on that list. And I'm talking the most important people. It's only the list that's shorter than the people I die for, and y'all are on it. So thank you for meeting with me and putting up with my schedule shenanigans and all the Leo stuff that I do. Seriously, aside from my wife and 2 sons, y'all are the most important people in my life. Top that, Delvin.
Ooh.
Well, I've been meaning to have a conversation with you about. Oh, shoot.
It's mostly metaphorical.
Siri, delete that. So, hey, if I can't top it, I could at least add humor to it because as Jared is very well known for saying, I'm not funny unless he's there to prop up my jokes. So right. There is that.
Set him up.
In all seriousness, I truly am appreciative of doing this thing. At some point, it just kind of becomes, it goes from this thing that I just did on a whim to, okay, now this is just kind of a thing that I regularly do, to now this is kind of a source of pride, right? Like I'm literally wearing the t-shirt and I mean, that just, it says a lot. I will tell people that I am one of the hosts on the Longbox Crusade Network. This is something that I have pride about. Like it is something that if I were telling people about me, that it is something that's going to come up. It's not something that I would be ashamed of or anything like that. Yeah, and for me, pride is a very important thing. Like it's something that I would just, wear openly. And so that's what I want to take away or want, people to remember about this. So like the fact that we made it to 10 years doing something is even funny. Like Mr. Wobbles even said, it's like, you guys have been friends for 10 years
talking about this stuff.
It's true. There's a lot of things that don't even last that long if you think about it. So it's something that I am very proud to be a part of, and it's something that I'm proud that I have grown from, and that I do have these band of brothers to rely on. All yours, Pat.
Boy,
Top that.
Yeah, I can't.
Who's on your kill list?
Well, let me see.
No, not like that. Never mind.
Oh,
don't admit that.
Well, no.
That was put on the
trying to get stuff in and done on time. People asking me when things are going to be coming out.
I don't ask anymore because I have access to the release schedule.
Yes, that's true. You do as well. I do want to say hi to Liz Ann Oswald. Thank you for stopping in real quick and talking about how awesome this podcast is. I think it's awesome too. Appreciate it. And also let's just saying, wow, grats for 10 years on the podcasting. Yes, thank you very much. And I do appreciate all the shares that you do, Liz. We see you out there sharing some stuff out on the Facebook. So thank you. But yeah, geez, 10 years ago when I started this, it was just a little dream in my eye that I saw, and to see it 10 years, come up, it's amazing of what this has become from just that beginning. I couldn't have thought about it to be this way. Never thought it would be that way. Never thought of the three guys, like you said, it's a band of brothers for me as well too, that I keep saying that to my wife too. It's like I really don't have a lot of people around me in my town anymore that I do stuff with. So Wednesday nights are my time to get with my friends. They've been here through a lot, definitely. For me, these 10 years have been, a lot to go through, just even through the podcast. And there was a time when I thought I was going to give it up. You guys know that. Well, not everybody knows that, but there behind the scenes, there was, things going on.
We've been through cancers, job losses, divorces.
Yeah.
Lots of cats.
Stuff. Yeah. And that's just Jason.
We couldn't keep it serious. I will go back on mute. Back to back.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's that kind of humor, just knowing that would make my day, and especially going through those times. And then adding the LBC family, people wanted to be a part of it, join us is awesome. And just the people listening, the amount of listeners that we have, the amount of listeners watching this right now still blows me away. I can't say thank you enough to everybody that's been a part of this. It means so much to me. I don't know. It just, there's people that reach out to me on Messenger or other than that side, stuff like that, asking about how the family was doing and things like that. It just means a lot. in more ways than one. And then, Jarrett, Jason, and Delvin, just the friendship that has grown here. I think individually, it's great to be with everybody. The car rides with Jarrett, I look forward to.
Do you really? Because you try to brace yourself a lot.
Well, yeah. I'd rather be driving, but
it's not a joke.
Yeah. Delvin, you've probably driven with him. You know how he drives.
Delvin's never thrown an arm up.
No.
Except for the time I drove the wrong way. Never mind. Back to you.
But, and just Delvin and his wife just being so gracious and to let us stay there.
Shout out to
over
Miranda.
and over. Yeah, that Miranda just definitely can't say thank you enough for that as well too. And it's just fun, fun times. This year was a great time because me coming through everything that we've gone through the last 3 years. It's just fun, and even like walking with Delvin when I was there with Heroes Con, it was so awesome and fun, and us laughing like silly girls through sprinklers. I wish you were there too, but
we frolicked, Jared.
I didn't have frolic energy. I didn't have frolic energy.
Yeah, just so much, and the friendships I've made through other podcasters, people, and everybody. So thank you so much. It means a lot, and I can't wait for another 10 more years to go.
Well said, man.
To go by. Hopefully it doesn't go by super fast, but
this 10 did.
This 10 did. Yeah, I mean, even Jared, like Jay, what was he that small? Now he's
2 when we started.
Yeah, and Jordan is like, you're a father, and now he's like father.
Yeah, and
Jordan, he thought it was cool, and then
when we started.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, fun times.
Indeed. All right.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the chit chat. I don't know probably a lot just scrolling through here, but appreciate it.
Actually, it's either frozen or just no one wanted to say anything during your heartfelt thoughts.
Okay.
No, we've had a few comments come up. I wouldn't say nothing important. Just we're good.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Yeah,
that's us. You wanna round it out with one more listen to Mr. Wobbles and then head on out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's get the wobble.
Let's see if I can get Wobbles back on stage.
Yeah, Wobble back on.
DJ Cristados started something 10 years ago. Death Row, Weasel School, Dark Web stole the show. Yeah, Spider-Man and G.I. Joe, Transformers in the mix. Saturday matinee, Sherlock Holmes, Zorro and Flash. Longbox Crusade, and they ain't still done with this 4 dudes, 1 mic, and 10 years of nerd cash. I'm glad you asked, 10 years strong, smooth up in you all day long. Jason fights a bear, not a big time demand. Trash can, happy 10-year anniversary, fam. Yeah, Longbox Crusade. 10 years to this day. Yeah. Longbox Crusade. 10 years to this day. Ooh, yeah. To this day, Longbox Crusade. Happy 10-year anniversary. I can't believe you guys are friends enough to be able to talk to each other for 10 years. That's a talent in and of itself. Don't let yourself forget that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wobbles.
Thank you, Mr. Wobbles.
Thank you for everybody who was here listening. Got to mention every time. Thank you to Q106.5 for being our partner in all this. And say goodbye, Pat. You get the last word.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and everybody act frozen, and we will see you on the next recording. Make sure you check us out everywhere. Like, subscribe, do all that. Comment below. we will see you soon. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you. Ooh, look! Oh, I like that one. Look at that one.